Hi guys, welcome to this channel, and in this video I'll be reviewing Gulabo Sitabo. Now before you watch the movie, or if you've seen the movie, then please don't leave spoilers in the comments, let other people watch it as well. Now Gulabo Sitabo is not your typical commercial Bollywood movie, and I think why a lot of people got excited is given the fact that such a big and a well star cast movie was launched on a streaming platform. I was just reading online that the movie was made on a budget of 40 to 45 crores, and it was sold to Amazon for about 60-65 crores, which means the producers made a profit of about 20 crores. I think the movie would have flopped or would have had a very decent or an average return at the box office had it been released in the cinemas. Gulabo Sitabo is a slow burn, and it takes a while to get to the point that it's trying to make. The movie is 2 hours 4 minutes long, and in fact, I saw the movie over a period of 2 days. I saw 1 hour the first day and 1 hour the next day because I was not so deep into it that I wanted to see what's happening next in the story, how the story is progressing, uh, and and if there's any surprises for me in the story. I think, like I said earlier, a lot of people got excited because it was being released on an Amazon Prime, and right now, I don't think anyone in India has been able to go to a theater in the last 2.5 or 3 months, and to see something fresh, to see a movie that stars arguably two of the biggest superstars in the cinema industry currently, Amitabh Bachchan and Ayushmann Khurrana, and directed by Sujit Sarkar. I think that got a lot of people excited, and that they were able to get access to this movie in the comforts of their home without having to step out. And that is why I think a lot of people thronged to it. There was a lot of hype on it, and it also generated a lot of debate on why was this being released on a streaming platform instead of the producers and directors waiting for to release it across theaters. Now, Gulabo Sitabo will not please everyone, and I think this movie does not have a repeatable, watchable value. This is a movie that you're not going to watch again and again. I mean, I saw it once and I didn't feel like watching it again. It's not your commercial potboiler movie, it's not your action cinema, it's not a comedy, it's a black tragic comedy. And the thing about black tragic comedy movies in this country is that, you know, it, it needs a certain kind of understanding to appreciate such movie. Personally, as a layman, as a viewer of the movie, I felt that the movie was disappointing on multiple aspects. The story is broadly about this old Haveli in Lucknow that has a lot of people living in it, and it's an old dilapidated Haveli that hasn't seen any maintenance for over 100 years. Amitabh Bachchan is one of the original inhabitants of it, and his wife is the Begum of the industry, and the Begum of the clan, of the royal clan that has inherited the Mahal, and she owns all the rights to the Mahal. And Amitabh Bachchan married her just on the pretext that he could get the Mahal as an inheritance when she passes away. The Begum is about 95 years old, and Amitabh Bachchan is about 78 years old. So, throughout the entire duration of the marriage, he was only focused on getting the Haveli. Ayushmann Khurrana plays the role of a tenant who's been squatting in the Haveli and hasn't paid rent for the last couple of years. And that's broadly, these are the two characters who drive the story. There are two ancillary characters played by the fantastic actors Vijay Raj and Brijesh Kala. They play the role of an archaeologist and a lawyer, respectively. So the archaeology department is interested to get the Haveli because it's an antique property. It's a property of national importance, and Brijesh Kala plays the role of a lawyer who is only interested in selling the property to a builder so that he can make some money, out of it. Now the movie has a lot of characters. Ayushmann Khurrana's elder sister, his mother, then the Begum, then a lot of ancillary characters in the house, and it's a chock-a-block full of characters. But thankfully, the focus of the movie does not shift away from the four principal characters of Ayushmann Khurrana, Amitabh Bachchan, Vijay Raj, and Brijendra Kala. Now, the movie is set in Lucknow, and perhaps the only redeemable fact about this movie is that it depicts the city really, really well. If you've been to Lucknow anytime, you will instantly recognize the grandiose architecture, the erstwhile history of the place, the legacy, as they call it, the Nawabo ka Sheher. Uh, and that's more about it. Talking about acting, Ayushmann Khurrana's, I felt Ayushmann Khurrana's role was stereotype. He's done to death that role of a typical middle class Indian boy who's frustrated and is against the system. That role has been done to death. So while he acted out his character well and he could do whatever the script had presented him, his his acting did not stand out. The only actor who stood out in the movie is Amitabh Bachchan, with his prosthetic makeup, the hunchback walking, his struggles to obtain the Begum's Haveli was the only thing that stood out in the movie, and perhaps that was also the other redeemable fact about the movie. Uh, Now, talking about the fact that why I think it's going to be a flop, because first of all, it's a very lengthy movie, it's 2 hours long. Well, that's not new in Bollywood cinema, but people are not going to go back to theaters to watch this movie again and again. It's just a one time watch. You can watch it with your family, you can watch it with friends. It's a family friendly movie. There are no action scenes or gory blood scenes or scenes depicting sex. So while it's a family friendly movie, it's also a tragic comedy movie. And Indian viewers love movies that have a positive message, that is inspiring, that ends on a good note. The protagonists in this movie do not end the movie on a good note. So by the end of the movie, you should definitely watch the last 15 minutes of the movie where there's a huge twist. In the last 15 minutes of the movie, amidst all this chaos and confusion of the bickering tenant and the landlord, the Begum decides to leave the Haveli and she's sold off the Haveli. She realizes that Mirza, played by Amitabh Bachchan, is after her to, or she can die and he can get the Haveli, but she realizes, she sees through his ploy and decides to sell the Haveli herself and go back to her erstwhile lover, who she had, who she was in love before marrying Mirza, and decided to go back to him. And so in the end, the Begum reclaims the Haveli because the lover who has been handed over the rights to the Haveli comes back to it, and the Begum celebrates the 95th birthday, and all the tenants and Mirza, they're asked to evacuate the Haveli. And it was really depressing, to be honest, because I felt that the movie should have had some kind of a positive outcome out of this, but well, that's the director's and the producer's choice on how they decide to craft the movie. But I mean, the movie is so sad that after all this time, this poor old guy, I mean, of course, he had malicious intentions right from day one. He was not honest with people around him, and the only thing that he wanted is monetary benefit, the same that the tenants also wanted. So the movie does not end on a good note. So I think that is what will get a lot of people to not watch this movie again, because यार मूवी में मज़ा नहीं आया, मतलब इतनी सैड नोट पे मूवी एंड किया है प्रोड्यूसर्स ने. Otherwise, in terms of cinematography, direction, it's top notch. It could have been a little better. The music and the songs in the movie are not very memorable. They will be fleeting across the movie. There will be certain points in the movie where there is some song or cinema playing, but as such, there is absolutely not a single track that I can think of or even recommend. And that's it. I believe that this is one of the biggest disappointments of this year. Watch it for the novelty of watching such a big budget cinema, such a large scale movie with such big actors on a streaming service, and I think that is what is going to be the state of movies for the next couple of months, because theaters are not going to open and a lot of producers will be selling their rights to streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime or Hotstar. So watch it for that novelty, because you want to watch something new, something fresh. You don't want to watch the same recycled content, the same TV series, same web series, same movies again and again on Netflix or Amazon Prime. So I think that's the only reason for people to watch this movie. Well, it's a funny movie, as they say. It's a tragic comedy, but then you don't laugh on a couple of scenes, because you can't even empathize with the people over there, because they're all acting so selfish. Uh, and if on conclusion, I'd like to say this that uh, this is not a typical binge watchable movie, which is probably what the streaming services are known for. That people go sit through one sitting and just watch it. This is not going to be one of those movies. I think this movie will earn a lot of awards and a lot of recognition for the beautifully crafted scenes and the acting, but it will not be a commercial success at all, even if the movie is later released in theaters, because by then a lot of people have already seen it. And that's mostly about it. I was really disappointed with the movie, like I've mentioned multiple times. I felt that the script lacked a bit of a gravitas. The script also focused on this satire tragic comedy movie. The script focused on showcasing how individuals interact with the governments and the apathy that the government shows towards individuals by making false promises, bureaucracy, red tapeism. Politicians promise public something but they don't deliver on it. So I mean, that's the subtle undertone behind all of this movie. But otherwise, the acting by Ayushmann Khurrana was pretty basic and standard, and I think he's been stereotyped way too much in these kind of roles, and he should do better roles, like Article 15. And Amitabh Bachchan is amazingly great, but if I were to give it a rating, then I would give this movie about 2 out of 5. Those are my thoughts on Gulabo Sitabo. Let me know what you thought about the movie and how you felt about the movie, how the movie made you feel. Would you recommend the movie to your friends and family, to others? And I'll see you in the next review. Cheers.